how important is creative control to you?
Um, I don't know. I've never really had to fight against not having creative control. I mean,
Hmm.
if I were to consider like censorship or um, if someone else was getting involved in the comic, I'd always like to have control over the story itself and how that unfolds. I think I'd always want to progress that and until I get it to its end.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
just
feel that.
from me. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, no outside influence on that one.
Okay, yeah, because I imagine that being and having a background of film and saying that you have to work with several different people with the
Yeah.
project, I feel like everybody would have like their own takes or their own little spins or
Oh yeah.
altering the message. And
Well, we made a film at university, like in his second year, and prime example of that. It was like it's a group project. There's four people in the group, and the one guy's like, "Oh, I want to write it." So I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you can write it." So he goes away, comes back, goes, "Right, I've written it. Can we see it?" No, no, you can read it, but you can't change it. This is my vision. This is what I want it to be. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Well, we'll film it. And then it's like, no, no, I'm going to film it because it's my vision. And I want to film it. I want to bring it to life. I'm like, right, okay. And then we're like, well, we'll at least edit it. We need to do something. It's a group project. And the guy took the files for the film and went and like basically locked himself in his room and edited this film. And like my second year project or one of, I had no involvement in it. That all I did was stand at the back of a room with one of the reflectors, just like sieving because this guy would not let anyone else come anywhere near it. And I think yeah, it's it's very frustrating when that happens.
like, does that happen often?
I wouldn't say so. Now I'm a bit older. I've got a lot of more life experience under my belt. I think you understand like what causes conflict and how to collaborate or how to try and get people to collaborate. And I think when you're in that situation, you can get a lot of competition. We've got people being competitive with each other,
Right.
and that's not collaborating. And what you want to do is you don't want to compromise where one person's getting their vision and the other person's sort of not getting theirs. You want to meet in the middle. You want to be able to work with someone that you can work together. And when you're at university or when you're making short films, I find that there's a lot of people that want to steer the ship, and they want to be the captain. Not many people want to sit back and just do their part. Um, it's difficult.
That kind of reminds me of sort of the around 90s and or 2000 era of animation,
Yeah,
that like there was a lot of marketing of people saying, "Hey, you should be an animator." And when you're good, you can you can sign on to like Disney Channel or Cartoon Network or
yeah,
Nickelodeon, and then you can have your dream project created or something and pitch to us, and you can get your dream project created. But the weird thing is, I don't know when it started per se, but there has been this weird not stigma, but notion that if you had like people selling their child, their dream projects to these
yeah.
networks, and when their networks find it convenient for them to drop it, I think something that happened like recently, like the Warner Brothers Discovery thing that happened, where they
Right.
just dumped dumped a whole bunch of their animated shows off of the network, and I believe it was for tax purposes, and they even dropped projects that was still ongoing, and people were very upset because they essentially sold their dream project
Yeah.
to the corporation. And it's like I can in a way like you could feel for them. Like I guess like the normal reaction like you would feel for them. You would be on their side.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a strict business move to cut losses. And as soon as you sign over the rights of your baby to that company, you're no longer the owner. You're just helping
Yeah.
them to create it.
Yeah, I think th- they've done it with webcomics recently. I don't know exactly who it was. I just remember reading something like a bit of a cautionary tale where people have been approached and sponsored to write their webcomic. So they it's their baby. They want to bring it to life. So a website approaches them, go, you can put your comic on our site, we'll pay you for it. But then when that comic stops performing, they take it off the site. Well, we're not getting any views, any hits from it, so it's not worth us keeping it. But we now own that, so you're not allowed to continue telling that story. You're not allowed to continue drawing that comic because we own the IP, and I think that's really frustrating. It's like something I'd definitely be very wary about.
Yeah, there's it's it's very unfortunate how predatory businesses can be, and I guess that kind of feeds into the animosity of
Yeah,
people thinking of the business side of entertainment versus the creators, the people who are actually producing the enjoyable parts of entertainment. Like
yeah,
there's like parts of like those worlds like that clash, but there's parts of those worlds that clash, but the people who make the entertainment, the enjoyable parts of the entertainment industry, they can learn from the business side. And the business side, I don't think they're gonna go that extra mile to like learn how to be creative because at the business side of entertainment, like they can be successful in literally anything because
yeah.
they're trained up to sell a product, and that in entertainment is just another product. But it's like a one way like a one way bridge. But
Yeah.
I think like something that could that a lot of artistic types can learn is how to I guess market themselves better.
Yeah, I definitely need to learn
So yeah, so
that. But yeah, what you were just saying then, like I'm watching like a documentary on the Thing, Jonathan Carpenter's The Thing from the '80s, and when this great film, one of my favorite films, and when that was released, critically panned. Just it weren't as successful as they wanted it to be. And I think looking at how that was made, there was a lot of studio interference there, where they sort of didn't understand. I might be getting it mixed up with the remake actually, but they didn't. They wanted like less of the monster, or they wanted to market in a certain way, and they didn't understand what they had in their hands, and sort of threw it away to an extent. I think that happens a lot. You get people in like these executive producer positions that they're there to make money. Like that is the business at the end of the day. It's a business. It needs to make money, but they don't always understand what it is they're working with. Like you see, people they use test audiences, don't they? And like, depending on what this small group of people thinks of your artwork, your film, they take their reactions and go, right, we're going to make massive decisions to this based on this small, specific, select group of individuals. And I think, yeah, you hear a lot of stories about test audiences didn't react well to this, so we've changed it significantly.
that is
I think it's a shame. You should just be able to put it out there as the director or the creator intends.